This is a first impression video of the contemporary Chinese drama 南方有乔木, only side by side with you. Hi, you're watching Avenue X, where junkie and good storytelling shares their thoughts, knowledge, and occasional weird ideas on stories and how they're told. 南方有乔木, only side by side with you. Went live, I think, around March the 25th. Online and also on satellite TV station in China. I've talked about this drama in my previous sort of anticipated Chinese drama videos multiple times, so I think I should still do a first impression video even though it has aired over half of its content. This is a contemporary romantic drama about a female drone designer and her relationship and her story with the male lead character who was an ex-soldier and now an owner of a big club. This drama is also based on a novel, like 99% of Chinese dramas these days. And the title actually comes from a poem in Shi Jing. I've talked about this old canon of Chinese poetry a couple of times in my videos. For example, the one about 10 miles of peach blossoms and why peach flower has its symbolic meaning. That comes from Shi Jing too. And this poem, where 南方有乔木 comes from, basically tells you a story of a young man who is infatuated with a lady but couldn't have her. Now, this is a very common thing these days for web novels to heavily reference Shi Jing. This is an old tradition, not something that people only started to do recently. Throughout Chinese history, Shi Jing is something that everybody refers to. Sometimes on banquets, it's actually expected in ancient time to actually talk in Shi Jing's poems. So one person would say something and the other person has to respond according to the situation they're in, but also respond with the lines in Shi Jing, because that's kind of how the highly educated, literate class sort of show off that they are well educated, but somehow also making their occasions very, very elegant and highly refined. So this is an old tradition. But when it comes to these days, when you see web novels, 80% of them have at least some kind of reference, whether it's in the title, in the character's name, that's referred to Shi Jing. This is just a condition that you might be interested to know. So what do I think about this drama? Whether you should spend some time go and watch it or whether you should just pass it. My verdict would be, if you really like the actors or actress in this drama, like you're some kind of crazy fan about them and you don't care about their story, you just want to see them on screen, you can watch this drama. But in terms of whether it's an interesting story to watch on screen, my honest opinion is it's just too normal and bland. And everything you see in this drama, you have already seen a gazillion times in a gazillion other dramas. So there's literally nothing that really would surprise you. I don't have any personal problem with any of the actors. In fact, I really like Li Xian in Tianjin Mystic. So I went into this drama actually hoping just to see him and see his acting and his role. But very quickly I realized this drama's story is just not interesting. Or more specifically, these characters are just so bland. I watched the first 8 episodes, actually episode by episode, but then the rest I just kind of skip forwarded because I just couldn't bear spending my time watching the story that I don't find interesting at all. I literally just don't really care about what happens to these characters. Whatever is their beef against each other, whatever is going on with this sort of triangle love relationship, I just don't care because all these characters feel first very disconnected from normal life. You have this really strong sense of everybody being stereotypically typical in their particular kind of role. The cold, aloof, bad at socializing, but genius at designing drones, female role. The good looking as hell, super good at fighting, very cool, and somehow really rich club owner that used to be a soldier. They're just so standard in a way that you expect these characters to be. And then there's the unrealistic element of the lady owning this company that worth quite a lot of money, the lead male, who is a club owner, but also he has support from another woman who used to be a soldier, only within a few years somehow managed to get so much money that he can just invest in the lead lady's company. And then you have the second male lead, who also happens to be super uber rich and who can just drop money randomly on this leading lady because he wants to. Like, he likes her, but his standard friend-zoned second male lead. This type of story is just too old and bland, and it doesn't help that, for example, William Chen is playing yet another this type of male lead character. He's been playing such a character for too long and in too many recent dramas. And I do think there's a lack of chemistry between Bai Baihe and Chen Weiting, where you just don't feel these two characters are connected or why they should even care about each other. But still, I think the worst part of this drama is just the story is not interesting. The technical aspects are just all okay. It's by no means a bad production in terms of giving you cringe-worthy lines and really bad acting, or screwing up reality too much, such as what you would see in Legend of Dugu, where the history just got so messed up. So it doesn't have faults in those areas, and it's still, pleasurable to watch these good-looking people on screen. But apart from that, story-wise, it just doesn't have any nutritious things to give you when you watch it. So I would say if you like the actors, you can definitely go watch it. It's on Viki. Or if you just run into a situation when you just want your iPad to be on and talking while you're doing something else, such as cooking, you can put this one on. But genuinely speaking, I don't think you should waste too much of your time, be fully concentrated on this drama, spending a lot of time just dedicated to watch this drama. It really isn't that good of a story. So this opinion actually comes from a fan of Li Xian's work, the second lead actor. I had wished this drama was great. Because of my personal preference to a particular actor, I have to be honest and frank. I have to say this is just one of many mediocre dramas that come out of China every year. I will have the links in the description. I think it's also on YouTube. You can go and check out this drama and let me know if you agree with my opinion. And if you happen to love it a lot, that's no problem. Personal preferences always respected. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.